All right. Glad I'm later in the lineup. I also am having a hot flash. I love that we got to learn whether Jason had menopause bits. That was good. What you got, funny man? It's good to be here. You guys look good. I look like this. I apologize. I know it's confusing to look at me because I have a man bun and a mustache, right? So from here up, I look like a struggling mother. But from here down, I look like I'm peeking in her window. It's like screaming kids either way, is what I mean. Thank you guys for coming out. Y'all look great. I meant to look great. I dressed like this. I got ready at home. I didn't realize. These pants are entirely too tight. That's right. Yeah, these pants are standing room only. Y'all. I can't sit down. I'm at capacity, actually. Call this look I used to do coke unless you have some. We're going through it at my house, y'all. We're going through it. My wife is pregnant. Thank you. It gets worse. Hang on one second. My wife is pregnant. She fell down some stairs and broke her ankle. So it took a lot for me to get here and evade police. Trying to be likable up front, that's my bad. My wife makes more money than me, make some noise for the boss girl, right? She makes more money than me. I call her my sugar mama, but that's because she has diabetes. She's high income, low insulin, if we're being My wife is a therapist. I married a therapist because I wanted to have a professional gaslighter to fight with. Therapist's not the best to bounce jokes off of as a comedian, right? I'll be like, babe, what do you think of this one? It's a restaurant in Colorado that employs people with special needs called Aspen Burgers. We have specials every day, that's what they say. It's so weird. Guys, I'm not looking good so far, I understand that. I try to be a good person. Sometimes you get faced with that scenario where you gotta you get called into question, right? Like you're in your car driving around and you get stopped, and then suddenly you notice out your window there's this guy trying to make eye contact, right? Trying to get your attention, yelling stuff at you, tapping on the window. You can't really hear what he's saying. It sounds like gas station, and then you're like, all right, dude, what's the deal? He's like, license and registration. Sorry, I didn't bring my wallet, brother. That's my bad. And then all the hobos have cop uniforms nowadays, I guess. So all right, we'll get back to it now with the jokes. You guys like impressions? Yeah. You guys, hang on, let me get into it. Oh, y'all never had a crush on anybody at work? It's my impression of our PE teacher who got arrested. Nice guy, had cold hands though. He was I do stand up, as you know. I also host a historical themed drag show. Thanks. Yeah, my drag name, Susan used to be Anthony. Everybody's like mad at the drag queens, right? For like doing shows for kids nowadays. I'm gonna solve that problem. I'm gonna start a daycare that's run by drag queens. I'm gonna start a gay care is what I want to do. Talk about rocking chairs and plucking hairs. It's gonna be called Tucked In and Tucked Back. You guys are being a little bit weird, I understand that. I'd rather you guys be weird about that than corporations try and embrace gay people. That is odd, right? You're watching the TV and be like, Nabisco in honor of Pride is coming out with Only Bottoms Oreos. Still double stuff somehow. I don't know. Strange. I'm from the South originally. I actually live out in Gastonia. I'm not far. I'm like out in the country, boy. It's weird. I get told I'm going to hell a lot. Mostly by my country family. Every time we sit down to dinner, they're like, if you drink, do drugs, and have sex, you're going to hell. I'm like, hell sounds amazing. Can we go now, actually? I don't know. They say a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of stuff I can't get behind. I think it's fun to pick on my country family whenever we all sit down to dinner. I make up stuff that's not actually happening in the world. I'll be like, guys, did you hear they had to change the name of the shark from Jaws? You're not allowed to say the words great and white together anymore. It's just Caucasius giganticus now. It's the Latin name. They're not bad people. They have some backwards beliefs. My cousin is a little bit of a racist, I will say that. He also has a speech impediment, so it's difficult for him to be racist. He'll be like, we need to deport all the immigrants. And I'm like, how racist can you really be when for you all R's are hard? You know what I mean? He's also in a wheelchair. That's right, he's a white paraplegic. He's a NASCAR guy. He's all into NASCAR. He's into NASCAR. He wants to tell us all the facts about NASCAR. He's like, did you know in NASCAR they only turn left? I was like, it's because you guys don't want to see any races have rights? It's because in NASCAR they have two flags, checkered and Confederate. It's one for when you win and one for when you lose, I guess. I told my redneck family that the Catholics started a fund to help kids transition. It's called Altar Boy. I told them they added another Ninja Turtle, but this one's gay and his name's Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Cow butt stuff, that's what he says. It's weird though, like when you have that type of family, like they live in a different world, but sometimes they cross over with the modern world. When I introduce these people, it gets odd. Yo, when I introduce people to my grandma, it's the same way I introduce my rescue pit bull. Alright, she's gonna be cute. She's a little weird if you're not white, sorry. Didn't raise her and I don't know her background, to be honest with you. Like that when we got her, so. I'm a 90s kid originally. Any 90s kids in the room? Yeah. I'm another dad, I apologize. But I've been trying to find a way to like relate to my daughter on like my childhood level. I was thinking back on like the toys that we used to have. And a big one I remember was Bop It. You guys remember the Bop It thing I had? If you don't know what it was just like Simon Says, but like really revved up for the 90s. It'd be like Bop It, psh, twist it, pull it, boo. Remember that thing? It sold like crazy, so they kept making another one and another one, and it started saying some suspect shit like "flick it." Remember that? For children still? Then I was looking at it to win. You're doing the perfect twist and jerk motion. Oh, it gets faster. It's like, whoa, it's getting harder. Mess up. It's like, oh, so close. Leave it alone for too long. It's like, hey, do that thing I like. All right, guys, that's been my time. One more time for Jason, y'all.